You're watching Cheap Shots, UFC 326 edition, and I'm your host, Guy Pert. Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira headlined UFC 326, and Charles beat Max on Saturday. He had 20 minutes of control time to officially become the baddest motherfucker. Unfortunately, now, after the fight, fans are now calling Charles the baddest mother hugger. They're saying he violated the one and only rule for a BMF fight, and that is, don't be boring. It felt like I was watching Michael Myers try to strangle a cat with 5 lives. Max's takedown defense got exposed harder than a priest caught at a sleepover, and after the fight, when asked who he would like to face next, Max says he wants to fight whoever the fuck taught Charles how to wrestle. RDR took on Borralho in the co-main event, in a fight where Borralho took on some very cheap shots himself. He still came out on top to win a 30-27 decision win, but for RDR, who was riding so high after beating Bo Nickel, has now lost 2 fights in a row since. We're watching his hype blow up faster than an all-girls school in Iran. And if you think that's fucked up, in RDR's defense, at least when his hype exploded, there were some survivors. Raul Rosas Jr. took on Rob Font in the featured fight on the main card. Chee-wee-wees! He spent 15 minutes dry humping a man old enough to be his father, literally. Raul had 16 takedowns that fight, 5 strikes to the head, and 0 finishes. That's the MMA equivalent of blue balls. Raul Rosas Jr., I just know there's been a lot of innocent Mexicans in America that have been banned for much less than that. Raul said he wants to be champion next. That's like barely passing your driver's test and telling everybody that you know that you're a pilot now. Okay. Borralho wasn't the only one. Cody No Love Garbrandt lived fully up to his nickname on Saturday by eating some pretty cheap shots. Cody looked like a bulimic teenage girl on Saturday after Zhao Long kicked him square in his village. Herb Dean deducted 2 points, 1 for each of Cody's nuts that got deported. The UFC finally announced their White House fights on Saturday, and fans are upset the card's not perfect. The Americans are sacrificing Justin Gaethje to the blood demon Ilya Topuria in the main event. Alex Pereira is finally going to get a chance at heavyweight interim gold, and the rest of the card doesn't matter at all. In the featured fight, Sean O'Malley is going to be taking on Corey Sandhagen. Just kidding, the UFC would never book that fight. It makes way too much sense. Malley is going to be taking on the Canadian Chito Vera instead, Ayman Zahibi. Michael Chandler somehow blackmailed his way onto this card. He'll be taking on the young Brazilian knockout artist Mauricio Ruffy. Chandler, I remind you, is 2-5 in the UFC, hasn't won a fight in 4 years, and will be 40 for the White House card. Can't wait for that one. And Bo Nickel, unranked, is taking on Kyle Dawkins, unranked, in a fight that must be on the White House lawn because it couldn't headline any Apex card that they have for the rest of the year. UFC 326 may have been a flop, but at least we got some good cheap shots out of it. Please leave me a like, drop a comment below, and subscribe if you're new to the channel for more cheap shots. I'll see you next time.